It was 6:05 a.m. when the rumble of a diesel engine shook my windows like a beast growling outside my bedroom. I rolled over, squinting at the clock, the sky still half dark. In my driveway sat Tom Hargrove's beat-up pickup truck wide, dented, and parked so crooked I couldn't dream of getting my car out. For 6 weeks straight, every weekday, Tom had pulled this stunt. That morning, as the engine's VY bratines rattled my teeth, I lay in bed and swore he'd never block me again. Maple Street was the kind of place you'd see in a postcard. Neat hedges, spotless sidewalks, houses painted in soft pinks and blues. I'd bought the little teal house at the cul-de-sacs in because it felt like a deep breath, a quiet escape. Tom was just another neighbor back, Thena gruff guy in faded baseball caps who scrubbed his truck every Saturday. We'd nod hello, nothing more. That piece cracked when a landscaper's mower nicked Tom's rusty mailbox. He lost it, blasting the neighborhood's Facebook group with all-caps rants, accusing meddling snobs of plotting against him. The HOA scrambled, holding an emergency meeting in my Lee VYing room to cool things down. Tom didn't cool down. As the last neighbor left, he leaned in close, his breath hot, and hissed, "Touch my truck, and I'll shrink your world." The next morning, he showed me how. His truck hugged my driveway, so tight its bumper kissed my garage door. I work from home, troubleshooting software, so I shrugged it off at first. But day after day, that truck was there, choking my flowers with exhaust. I snapped photos, recorded VY Deos, and marched to the HOA office. The clerk flipped through rulebooks, but sighed. "We don't play referee for neighbor spats." I tried nice. Slipped a Dula 20 car wash coupon under Tom's wiper with a note. "Saw please leave room for me to back out." "Thanks." Saw next dawn, he idled longer, aiming his tailpipe at my hydrangeas until their leaves turned ashy gray. That evening, my partner, Sarah, found me scrubbing soot off petals. "Tom wants a war," I muttered. Sarah arched an eyebrow, the way she does when a clever idea's brewing. "Then give him one he can't see coming," she said. We pored over the HOA rulebook until we struck gold in Section 4, Subsection 9. No noise over 65 decibels from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. A quick app check showed Tom's truck idled at 75 decibels, spiking to 83 when he gunned it. We called our plan silence. Monday before dawn, I parked my hybrid in neighbor's curb, Leah VYing my driveway bare. I set up 2 floodlights in the garage, a GoPro with its red dot blinking, and held a handheld decibel meter. At 6:10 a.m., Tom's truck growled into place. He spotted the setup and scowled. "What's this nonsense?" he barked. I smiled, calm as a librarian. HOA noise check. The meter flashed 71 decibels. Engine off. 3 strikes, you get fined, I said, while VYing the rule sheet. Tom cursed, fired up his truck 83 decibels now and peeled out to park down the street. "You're done, pal," he growled, stomping to his porch. I just smiled. Strike 1. We played this game Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Each morning, I counted strike 2, strike 3. By Thursday afternoon, the HOA president, Mrs. Langley, mailed Tom 4 violation tickets due la 750 total. Friday morning was blissfully quiet. No diesel roar. I thought we'd won. Then my phone pinged. Tom had posted blurry night shots of my garage lights on Facebook, claiming I was spying on a disabled vet with illegal cameras. Half the neighbors bought his sob story, half didn't. I dropped my crystal-clear GoPro footage in the comments, showing his truck and the decibel readings. The group admin shut the thread down for false claims. Tom's bluff was dust. Next came plan respect. At 2 a.m. Saturday, Sarah and I set 4 orange traffic cones at my driveway's edge and painted "SAW reserved for respect SAW" in bold white letters on the pavement. At sunrise, Tom's headlights lit the cones. He stopped, engine idling. I stepped out in slippers, sipping tea. "Quiet hours run, 10 more minutes," I said. He glared at the sign, then backed up and parked at his own house. He stormed inside without a word. 3 days passed. No trouble. I let myself hope. Then Wednesday hit like a brick. I came home from the grocery store to find my new mailbox smashed, tire tracks gouged across my lawn. Cold rage simmered in my chest. Tom had crossed the line. I called my college buddy, Mike, who runs Bulldog Towing. Can you haul off a giant F-250 owned by a grown toddler? I asked. He chuckled. Need paperwork. Working on it, I said. That evening, I brought cookies to Mrs. Langley and handed her a USB with every VY Deo, photo, and shot of the wrecked mailbox. I pointed to Article 7, nuisance abatement. The HOA could fix problems and bill the culprit. Her eyes gleamed. We've waited years for someone to face him, she whispered. Friday at 4 p.m., a neon pink tow notice appeared on Tom's windshield. Saw vehicle towed in 48 hours for nuisance. Saw kids on bikes, circled like it was a carnival. Tom pounded my door so hard the dishes rattled. Sarah opened it, her phone camera rolling. You think you can steal my truck? He roared, face purple. Sarah didn't flinch. Your truck steals our peace. I stepped up, replaced my mailbox, pay the fines, promise no more blocking. Do it, and the tow's off. Tom spat fine, adding, if my truck vanishes, so do you. Next morning, Tom installed a sleek black mailbox with silver swirls. He posted a stiff apology online and even swept old Mrs. Carter's sidewalk. A week of calm followed. Birds sang. Kids played. I started to feel safe. But bullies like Tom crave a stage. 2 Mondays later, my phone buzzed mid-Zoom call. Tom's truck was on my front lawn, lights flashing, country music blaring, so loud my windows shook. I ran outside. He grinned, Rev VYing the engine. I dialed 911. Cops arrived fast. The officer, an Army Reserve woman, wasn't swayed by Tom's disabled vet excuses. She slapped him with tickets for trespass, noise, and property damage, snapping photos of the ruts in my grass. You can sue for repairs, she said. That night, Sarah and I drafted a small claims suit. Lawn, mailbox, hydrangeas, and loss of peaceful enjoyment. Court was 5 weeks out. Those weeks shifted Maple Street. Parents steered kids away from truck guy. Neighbors crossed the street to avoid Tom. Even his old allies tired of his chaos. The hearing felt like winter, though it was May. I wore my best suit. Sarah carried a binder labeled SAW, EVY Denke SAW. Tom showed up late, eyes bloodshot, cap crumpled in his hands. Our VY Deos were undeniable. The truck blocking my drive, decibel meter spiking, crushed mailbox, torn up lawn. Tom's defense? Rambling tales of misunderstandings. The judge wasn't buying it. Verdict: due law $4,200 plus fees, payable in 30 days or garnished from his wages. Outside the courthouse, Tom slumped on the steps, broken. I walked past without a glance. He needed to stew in his choices. Weeks later, his check arrived. We fixed the lawn, replanted hydrangeas, and added a keypad gate that hums open smoothly. Tom sold his loud truck to cover the judgment. A quiet SUV now sits neatly in his drive. One fall evening, a box appeared on my porch, 2 yellow parking curbs, and a note. Saw to mark what's yours. Sorry for everything. T. Saw I set the curbs at my driveway's edge, their reflective strips glinting like fireflies at night. Neighbors still ask how I tame the nightmare next door. They expect tales of fists or shady deals. I tell them the truth. I held up the HOA's rules like a mirror, and Tom couldn't stand his own reflection. In a noisy world, a quiet plan cuts deep. Now, Maple Street's dawns are soft. No engines rattle windows. No smoke chokes flowers. I back out each morning, wave to neighbors lingering to chat, and glance at Tom's SUV, harmless on his own concrete. The real win wasn't loud or flashy. It was steady pressure, simple enough for anyone to wield. And every silent sunrise reminds me, a driveway's more than pavement. It's freedom to move, to breathe, to live without some bully blocking your path. That freedom's mine again, and the hush outside my window is the sweetest sound I know.